like to me.
Well, speaking about the culture, what do you think about Stephen A. Smith? He didn't think it was a great idea for the BET Awards to pay homage to O.J. Simpson when you know how they do the in memories of
Yes.
the people that's passed. I mean, what do you think about that? Do you think that was a good idea? I
Let
think that
me
was the best thing they did all night.
let me first talk about Stephen A. Stephen A was my guy because, well, first I didn't like Stephen A. Then he hired Shannon Sharp. You know, I had stopped watching the show. Then he hired Shannon Sharp, and I said, that's a brother looking out for a brother. Let me jump back on the Stephen A bandwagon, right? As soon as I got on the Stephen A bandwagon, he does these things like this. This is a perfect example of a Stephen A faux pas. How is it that you saying you can't honor O.J. Simpson? First of all, America tried O.J. Simpson. He was found not guilty. So to all these black people who keep saying O.J. did it, stop it. Stop it. He went to court. He was found not guilty. I should be able to sue you if you say I did something when I was found not guilty, because everybody else that wins in a court of law, they good. Now all of a sudden, and see, we could believe that OJ is guilty, but the reason he shouldn't say it, like he could say it when me and you and him is at the bar at Chili's on a Friday night, but to go on TV and start spewing that makes the other side think we all guilty. You know what I'm saying? Like they all beat cases. And you just give a perfect example of going on TV and doing the bidding for the power structure. That's why he is an agent. I can't respect him. This is why I can't respect him. I can't respect nothing he say because I think Michael Jordan is a better player than LeBron James. Okay, let me just go on record as saying, if you ask me, I would go with Michael Jordan. But if you ask me who the greatest of all time is, I'm gonna go with LeBron. Why am I gonna go with LeBron? Because I'm gonna remember when what's his name died, young boy, Florida. Trayvon Martin died. I remember that LeBron James came on the cover of Sports Illustrated or Time magazine, put out an instant picture with him in a hoodie saying we all Trayvon. I remember that. I remember that he hired all his friends, sent them to college and kept it up. So for an example of a black man and what greatness looks like, then he got his son in the NBA. I don't care nothing about nepotism. He got his son in the NBA. I said to my son, I don't care if Bronny had one leg and never made a shot and never played in college. I wouldn't care. He got him drafted at the Lakers, got him a check. That's what we need to see. So we should never publicly say nothing about LeBron James. In comparison to Michael Jordan
it's not even close.
I'm going to give the old sports thing. Michael Jordan cannot hold LeBron's jock strap. That's how, because look, Michael Jordan came out and said, I'm not going to the Million Man March. Michael Jordan came out and said, I won't reduce the price of sneakers when black people were saying they're getting people killed. I ain't got nothing to do with that, was his remarks. So he's the one who told the rapper dude, yo, I ain't signing no autograph for you. Remember that? After I just paid $2,000 for jersey, you ain't signing it? Dude. So as a person, he's a scrub to me. As a person, he left his black wife to go get him a otherling. So as a person, he's terrible to me. LeBron been with the same woman, never had any infidelities. Michael Jordan, gambling, bad habits. We talking now because the greatest. Like when I start talking about the greatest, I look at people like Muhammad Ali, who was great 360 degrees, not just in the ring, but as a person. So if we're talking about greatness, we have to add their person to that. They have to be a real person. And Jordan ain't done nothing great for us or the culture. Jordan has been anti-culture. I believe Jordan made a statement that he didn't even like hip-hop. So the culture should disrespect him. What we should have did when he made that statement was took our Jordans, held them up in the air, went to the gym, and threw them away like we did Adidas. When Adidas said they weren't going to pay run and everybody said we throw them away, that's what we should have did to Michael Jordan when he basically clearly just takes money from the community and gives nothing back as far as I can see. He's more of a detriment to the community than a help, and LeBron is not. LeBron has been nothing but a prime example. OJ, I didn't like OJ. But if America says he's innocent, then I have to go with that. So now I can't downgrade, talk about, disrespect a black man is dead because my channel told me to. Because that's what I believe. I believe Stephen A. got the word from up high from ESPN. ESPN said don't say nothing good about him. Because why would BET not recognize him? He was a great sports figure.
Right.
One of the all-time greatest running backs. I mean,
so and lastly,
wait, hold it. Let me back up a minute. Aren't we down with Ray from Baltimore?
Ray Rice.
Nah, is that who killed
Ray Lewis.
Ray Lewis. Anybody saying nothing about Ray?
I'm not down with Ray Lewis. I don't mess with Ray Lewis, but I understand what you're coming from.
Okay, but when I say we, I mean as a community. Stephen A. ain't said nothing bad about Ray Lewis, and they know he had the gun. Okay,
right, that's his boy.
That don't matter. Your boy shot Doug. You my man. You go shoot somebody. You still my man, but you shot him. You know what I'm saying? I can't then say I love this dude who allegedly did something, and you who we know did something. People are calling me a hypocrite in the hood. You know what I'm saying?
And Dana White, the owner of the MMA, slapped his wife on camera, and Stephen A. didn't go in on him. It's to me, Stephen A. It feels like if white people are uncomfortable with it, Stephen A. gonna have a problem with it.
So that's the new definition of an Uncle Tom. See, because I know Uncle Tom was better than that, so I don't like to call people Uncle Tom. But by that definition that we just gave, that would put Stephen A. there. He's the one that when he don't want to say nothing to upset the power structure, but he has a job. That's what we have to keep remembering. He has a job. Think about it. Shannon Sharpe had a job. The man told him, put them glasses back on.
But I have a job and you have a job. But I understand it's one thing having a job and then go above and beyond to you see what I'm saying? Like if the boss probably tell you, hey, look, go out there and don't you mention OJ Simpson. You don't go out your way to disrespect OJ Simpson. You know what I mean? To me, he go out his way to do it. You know, the Kyrie Irving situation, Colin Kaepernick situation, Will Smith.
Man, he been on the wrong side of everything. Kyrie Irving. Kyrie said, I'm not taking a shot, Steven. You grew up with him. Y'all got into such an altercation that it required your OG to call and make friends with his dad. You was that into the man. Like, Doug, if you decide not to take the shot, Doug, I'm not that mad at you. Like, that's your personal opinion. Like, I know people that went both ways. That's not for me to decide. That's a personal choice. I could think you wrong or I could think you right. But the minute I get a platform, I'm not supposed to degrade Kyrie Irving and take it to the point where me and his dad, now me and Nietzsche not speaking because Doug didn't take the shot. Me and you done got in such an argument. I can't wave at your wife when I see her at the mall. That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. He go above and beyond. Take it that personal. He really took that personal. Colin Kaepernick, you took that personal.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Will Smith.
You're supposed to. As a black man, you're supposed to take it personally. He just was on the wrong side of personal. That's all. He was just on the wrong side. He definitely took it personal.
Didn't he just say that Will Smith owed the black community an apology for slapping Chris Rock? Come on,
and
bro.
You know what? What I thought Will should have did was slapped him. I said, Will should show up and say, I'm going to come on your show and apologize. And when he get there, I apologize to Chris. Pow! I'm not apologizing.
Because if you truly in the black community, people get slapped every day for stepping out of line, right?
Well, I thought, again, Will Smith was well within his rights. I don't care about Chris Rock because ever since Chris Rock said that Biggie and Tupac was murdered, them two niggas was murdered he did that at the Oscars. When he hosted the Oscars, he said them two niggas might not have been the Oscars, might have been the Grammys. I can't remember. But he said them two niggas was murdered, right? That was his whole joke that we was
they didn't get assassinated.
Right. And now, first of all, Chris, you do realize we finding out that they did get assassinated. First of all, so you was completely wrong when you said that. But also, for him to be in the culture, he knew because everybody in the culture and entertainment in the 90s really knew what happened. If you worked in hip hop, if you was in film in the 90s, Nothing that you're hearing about Puffy, Biggie, none of this is Tupac is brand new news to you. This is all old news. Everyone knew that. So Chris Rock definitely had access to the information where he knew it could potentially be that they were not just murdered randomly. So for him to make that wasn't funny. It was too early, and both of their parents were still alive. So that was disrespectful. So for that reason alone, I was happy that Will Smith slapped him.
And especially he's from New York, so you know.
Right. That. That's what I'm saying. He knew. He knew one thing and one thing only, just like Stephen A. is from Queens. Both of them know that right or wrong, they shouldn't say it. That's all I'm saying. That his opinion, let's argue that his opinion was 100% right about Kyrie. Great. It was right. You still shouldn't go on TV and say it. I don't know how you could think it was right, but you still shouldn't go on TV. Kaepernick taking a knee? How dare you? How dare you be on the opposite side of that? You could have just kept your mouth shut.
That's what I'm saying.
You could have reminded the world that he wasn't taking a knee for black people. He was taking a knee to represent police brutality. How about that? It wasn't even black and white. Kaepernick didn't take a knee for black people. Kaepernick took a knee to say that police brutality was out of control. He was right. Stephen A. couldn't back that. Talking about football ain't the place to do that. Then your show ain't the place to do that. Why? You a sports analyst. Why is you talking about the BET Awards? You a sports analyst. Why is you talking about the vaccine? Vaccines ain't got nothing to do with sports. He decided that he didn't want to make $6 million a night. Kyrie said, I'll forego my pay. They're not paying me for home games. I'm not going to play. He is worried about somebody else calling in sick. Doug, why you ain't at work today, man? Come on, Doug. We need you. The line is backed up, man. Are you really at home thinking about the line being backed up? No, you're not. He's not at home worried about the loss-win ratio because I'll come and play. Y'all told me I can't come in the building. Right. I'm ready to come to work. The job said, Tommy, you can't come in. Okay, Doug, you heard him. Go upstairs, talk to the people, tell Miss Williamson, let me back in the station. I'm not doing it from the house. That's it. I'm not doing it. If I can't come in, I'm not doing the show. And that's all. Stephen A., to me, has decided that his check is more important than us, than people, than the culture.
So